Hi, my name is Michelle, and this is my updated lesson 6 redone. And we are talking about spring. So welcome, class. I have a few missing students today. I only have is one student today, but we'll pretend that we have some more. So glad to see you. Today we are going to talk about the seasons. So we've noticed that the weather has changed. It's not cold anymore. It's gotten a little bit warmer. What else has been happening a lot?
It's been raining.
It's been raining. Why is it raining so much?
Because it's spring.
It's spring. Good answer. You might already know all the answers to this. So we're going to talk about the seasons. Do you know how many seasons there are?
4.
4. Let's name them. Winter. We just got out of winter, right? Spring, summer, and fall. So we have 4 seasons throughout the year. And we're going to talk today about spring because it's so nice out and the flowers are blooming. What else are you seeing about spring?
The trees have more leaves.
Trees are getting leaves. Do you see more bees out? I see lots of bees flying to the flowers. So we're going to read about some things that happen in the spring. So the first book we're going to read about is it's called A Tree Can Be, and it's going to talk about what happens to a tree in the spring. A tree can be a place to play, a place to rest. Look, he's laying down resting. A place to hide and a place to nest. So I've heard lots of birds this spring. My windows are open and I hear the birds chirp, 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 chirping. Do you hear the birds chirping? I do too. A tree can be a place to swing and a place to fly. Have you seen any squirrels? A place to climb. You know what that's called? A raccoon. Good job. And a place to stay dry. Because it's rainy in the springtime, isn't it? A tree can be a place full of food and a place full of sound. A place full of life. And it changes year round. So this is a great picture of what the trees do during the season. So I think this would be spring, right where now, because the leaves are blooming, and then it turns bright green in the summertime. Now what happens to trees in the fall?
They fall off.
They turn colors, right? They turn yellow or orange, and what happens to those leaves?
They die.
They die and they fall off, and then we have this. Is the tree dead? No, it's not dead. It's just in winter, right? It's kind of like hibernating. It's sleeping. And then in the spring, it'll come back to life again. So that's a good, and then this gives us a good overview of what's on a tree. So we have the parts of the tree. So spring happens, and I love the spring. It's my very favorite time of year. So what else happens in the spring? We have other kind of changes. So we're going to talk about some other changes that happen in the spring. And this one I love because what is one of the first signs of spring? Pussy willows. And I have pussy willows for you to see, just like in this picture. I have brought some pussy willows for you to touch and feel how soft. Be careful because they might just break right off. They're kind of old. But can you feel how soft those pussy willows are? And they come out in the springtime. Oh, that's a good indicator that winter's over. And spring is on its way, and we're going to have nice weather because we have pussy willows. Okay. And then the weather is still cold from winter. The sun is slowly warming up the earth, and the trees are starting to bloom. What happens to our days, especially here in the springtime? What happens to our days?
They get longer.
They get longer. It's not dark outside, is it, so early? And then the ground is starting to dry up, except for here it rains a lot, so it's still wet. And we see lots of plants and flowers blooming. And the trees the buds on the trees start to come out. And I love the spring flowers here. Don't you just love driving around and seeing all the flowers blooming and all the trees? And we have different colors of flowers. What color is that? Do you remember? We talked about that color the other day. Yellow. Good job. And the kids, we dig in the dirt and plant a garden. We're not very good at that, are we? I love the pink trees. Those are my very favorite, those pink blossoms. What do they look like? Popcorn. And we're going to sing a song about that in a minute. And all the animals come out and find new homes in the spring. And the baby lambs are born and all the baby animals. And it's a good time to celebrate Easter and all the new things, all the new life that spring brings. So spring brings us a new life, and it's like a new season. So now we've talked about spring. I want to quickly talk about what happens in the wintertime. We just got done with winter, and we knew it was super cold, right?
Sometimes it snows.
Sometimes it snows. What are some activities that we can do out in the wintertime?
You go sledding.
Sledding.
And build a snowman.
And build a snowman. That's good. Okay, summertime is almost here. What can we do in the summertime?
We can go swimming.
Is it hot outside in the summertime? It is. It's hot. And we go out. Do we play outside a lot? We do. Okay, so what happens after summer? We get fall. And what do we do in the fall?
We watch the leaves change colors.
And it gets a little bit colder. The days start getting shorter. We dress in warm sweaters, right? And we look for pumpkins, right? And go on hay rides. Okay. So we're going to sing a song now about winter and spring. Which one do you want to do first? Do you want to do the spring song or the winter song? Winter. Okay. I need everybody to stand up. We're going to move. Okay. This is Once There Was a Snowman. Can you help me with this? Okay. Ready? Can you help me sing it? I think you might know it. Ready? Once there was a snowman, snowman, snowman. Once there was a snowman, tall, tall, tall. In the sun he melted, melted, melted. In the sun he melted, small, small, small. Good. Okay, let's do our spring song. We can sit down for this one, or we can stand up. Which would you want to sit down? Okay. You got hand motions. I looked out the window and what did I see? Popcorn popping on the apricot tree. Spring has brought me such a nice surprise. Popcorn popping right before my eyes. I can take an eyeful and make a treat. A popcorn ball that would smell so sweet. It wasn't really so, but it seemed to me. Popcorn popping on the apricot tree. Good job. You guys knew that song so well. Our next activity, I'm going to give you a piece of paper. It's been divided into 4 different squares. And on each square, I want you to write spring, winter, summer, and fall. And then I'd like you to draw a picture of your favorite thing or activity or something you like to do in that season. And I'll write the words up on the board so you know how to spell them. And I hope we'll talk about those words as we write them. So we'll start with spring first, since we've been talking about that. Spring. Can you read that with me? Spring. What does it start with? An S, and it ends in the ing, right? Spring. Spring. Okay, and then we're going to have summer. And let's look at summer. What does it start with again? Summer. And it has double M in it. Summer. Okay, summer. Fall. Fall is really easy. It's just a short word. Fall. Do we fall down in the fall? That's a word that has 2 meanings, doesn't it? Right? Because doesn't mean we fall, but it could mean the leaves fall down, right? So maybe that does mean that. And winter. When, do you see that word when? Winter. So on your paper, I want you to divide it up and write the seasons and then draw me a picture of something you like to do in that season. Can you let me get that done? Okay. Thank you. And that's our mini lesson for the day.